This is the life of most pastors that I talk to. They have staff meetings. They have hospital visits. They have counseling. They have sermons. They have crisis after crisis. But let me ask you this. What about Sabbath? What about date night? What about family getaways? What about hobbies? Where is your marriage on your calendar? See, Psalms 90 verse 12 says, teach us to number our days that we may gain a heart of wisdom. And I just wonder, are we being wise with our times, pastors, or are we losing sight of what matters most, our families? I'm Joe. I'm a pastor. I'm founder of The Married Life, and we are coaches to ministry leaders. And before you say, I don't need a coach, well, couldn't people just say that about us as pastors? I don't need a pastor. I can read my Bible on my own. I can worship on my own at my house. I've got Christian friends, but you and I both know that's not the same thing. They need shepherding. They need a covering. They need someone who sees what they can't, who's been going where they're going. Coaching is the same. See, I'm not here to fix you. We're not here to fix you. We're here to walk with you, to challenge you, and to help you protect what matters most.
And I'm Krissy, a pastor's wife who knows what it's like to be the last on the list. I've heard it all. It's just a season. This is an emergency. It's the last time, I promise. I've heard it all. And maybe you've said that to your spouse, or maybe you've heard it before. But when every season feels like survival mode, and when every week feels like an emergency, at some point, we have to stop believing it's temporary. We start to believe that this is the way that it has to be, but it doesn't. Your marriage deserves more than just the leftovers. You don't have to be stuck in that same cycle over and over and over again.
Yeah, and we've coached pastors and ministry couples who are thriving publicly, but are barely surviving privately.
And if you're honest, that might be where you are too.
So let's start out with this. Let's start out with your calendar. It's the clearest reflection of what you actually value. You plan your sermons, you put your meetings on the calendar, you put your ministry time on the calendar, but what about the one-on-one time with your wife? What about the one-on-one time with your kids? What about the sports game? I really remember this time talking to somebody who had past hurts from a church, and his dad was the pastor. See, the dad would always go to all the other youth events, the youth sporting events, but his only sons. See, this drove that young man from Christ and from the church. And the question is, do we have margin in our schedule for our kids? Mm-hmm. Do we have a real day off? Do we plan dates with our spouse? Do we actually get to go to our kids' sporting events, to our kids' games, the recitals? Here's the thing. I want you to right now get out your calendar. We all have them. They're all digital. If you show me something on a piece of paper, you're lying, okay? You can even pause this video if you need to, but this is what we're going to do. This is going to help you out. Block off one 90-minute window each week for intentional connection with your spouse. And I don't mean we're talking about church. We're not planning the next event. We're not debriefing or a tough meeting. I mean, connect. Put it in your calendar the same way you would block off sermon prep or a staff meeting, because your wife matters more than your staff. Somebody needs to tweet that. You need to guard it. You need to prioritize it. Show up fully present. This isn't just quality time. This is soul repair. This is vision alignment. This is protection against the drift.
And maybe evenings don't work for you right now. That's okay. Maybe it's early morning coffee before the day gets going, or maybe it's a lunch date during the week. Pastors, you for the most part set your schedule and your meetings. I know it. Start adding your spouse to that schedule. We do this. Yep. We don't just tell the person that we're meeting with that, this is our spouse that we're meeting for lunch, but we have a meeting and we don't reschedule it. Mm-hmm. It doesn't have to be fancy. It doesn't have, it just has to be focused. Trust me, your marriage cannot afford the leftovers.
Yep. So here's number 2 on what you can do with your calendar.
Right. Here's something super practical that you can change the way your entire week feels. This is what we do. Color code your calendar. Red is for ministry, blue is for family, green is for soul health, whatever you want to do.
That's why you're wearing green. You have a healthy soul. But listen, when you look at your week, it should tell the truth, and it does tell the truth about what matters most when you actually look what's red, what's green, what's blue. Right. And here's the thing. You wouldn't run your church without a clear plan, without a calendar. But why are you running your life without one? And soul health doesn't just mean Bible reading, which we're all doing, but it means rest. Yep. It means movement. It means margin. It means hobbies that make you come alive. So take 5 minutes today, look at your calendar. Are you showing up for everyone but neglecting your own home? See, this simple rhythm can help you see what you've been missing and start reclaiming it.
And let me say this, treat your day off like you treat your pulpit. It's a non-negotiable. You don't show up late to preach. You don't cancel your sermon because something else came up. You prepare, you guard that space, and you honor it. But many times, why do we cancel our Sabbath? Skip rest because something had a need, a meeting, a crisis. Listen, I get it. Ministry is messy. But if you keep trading your margin for ministry, eventually your ministry will collapse under the weight of your emptiness. Rest is not a reward. It is a command. It's how we imitate the rhythms of Jesus. And your church will get more from a healthy, rested, joyful pastor than a burned out, reactive, always on one. So block that day off, honor it, and let your life preach what your sermon says. And here's the thing. We already know this stuff. We've preached it. We've taught it. We've read it in books. We know Exodus 34:21 says this. It says, on the seventh day, you shall rest.
Right. But most of the time, we don't have anyone holding us accountable to live that out. Yeah. And that's why coaching matters so much. That's why, if you think about it, fitness coaches matter. Like I heard one pastor share how he had a gym membership for years, never lost weight, never got in shape, never got healthy. He knew he needed to get in shape. He even paid for the monthly membership, but never showed up. It wasn't until he had a heart attack that he took it serious. And what'd he do? Hired a trainer. 6 months later, he lost 40 pounds. Same gym, same equipment, but now he had a coach. He had a trainer, someone to walk with him, challenge him, and keep him accountable. And that's exactly what we offer to pastors through coaching. Not more content. You have plenty of that. There's so much out on YouTube. You're watching this on YouTube right now. No more pressure. You're already carrying enough. We offer structure. We offer support. We offer accountability, a way forward so you don't have to wait for a crash to make a change.
And as a pastor's wife, I can tell you this. It's not just your soul that changes when you say yes to this. It's ours too. When you get healthy, we feel it. When you start showing up differently, more present, more rested, more connected, we can breathe again. The tone of the home changes. The tension of our marriage eases. The kids notice. I'm telling you, it makes a big difference. Coaching isn't just about avoiding a crash. It's about building something stronger for your calling, your legacy, and your family.
Yeah, that's huge. Because ministry, it starts at home. We forget that. We focus on the church so much and the sermons and everything. We forget that ministry is at home. This is such a huge part. We have to put our marriage and family first. So you can preach fire on Sunday and still be emotionally absent by Sunday night. 1 Timothy 3, verse 4 through 5 says, he must manage his own household well. For if someone does not know how to manage his own household, how will he care for God's church? That hits so hard, doesn't it? How do we do this? How do you and I do this? Number one, here's something you can do right now, actually, or maybe tonight if you're just watching this at the gym or on a break. On a scale of 1 to 10, ask your spouse, how connected do you feel to me lately? Like at some point this week, turn to your spouse and ask, hey, on a scale of 1 to 10, it could be at dinner time, how well do you feel connected to me lately? And then just shut up and listen. You don't have to explain. You don't have to fix. You don't have to defend. Let them be honest. And you may be surprised by what they say, but don't run from it. If it's a low number, that's not a sign of failure. It's a starting point for healing. Connection can't grow where there's no awareness. This is your chance to see it, name it, and start changing it.
Okay, so around the dinner table this week, I want you to ask your kids one thing. How did you feel loved by me this week? Don't underestimate how much one question can open their hearts. You might expect something big, but often it's the smallest things that land the loudest.
Oh, for sure. Like you tucked me in. That makes an impact to a child's life. Or you made pancakes. Or you let me make breakfast with you. You came to my game. Their answers are going to show you what they really value, and it's going to help you love them more intentionally moving forward.
These simple moments build trust. They don't require perfection, just your presence. And last is your devotional life. This one hits hard because pastors are in the Word, but it's usually for other people.
Yeah.
It's not always for their own soul. You see, Psalms 46:10 says, "Be still and know that I am God." Are you getting still with the Lord? Matthew 11:28 says, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden. I will give you rest."
That's so good. When was the last time you sat with the Lord as his son, not his servant? When was the last time that you prayed and waited, inviting the Holy Spirit to convict you, not just bless you, not condemnation, you know that, but conviction, the kind that leads to growth, healing, and development?
He's not just the power for your sermon. He's the friend to your soul.
So good.
The whisper of God.
Yeah. But can you still hear his whisper? Or has it gone quiet? If it has, maybe it's because when he spoke, you didn't listen. And now the noise of life has drowned him out. That's why one of the practices we reintroduce, we did not make this up, but as pastors, is something ancient, Lectio Divina. You've probably heard of it. It means divine reading. It's not about studying scripture for others. It's about sitting with it until it speaks to you. So here's some advice. We want you to take out Psalm 23 and read it slow. Read it again, then again, and each time ask, what word stands out to me? What emotion rises? What invitation is God offering me?
This is not complicated, but it is personal. And that's what your soul is actually craving right now.
Yeah. We also teach a rhythm called devotion before direction. It's 10 minutes a day with no prep, no plan. It's just you and God. So this is what we want you to know. You can take these steps today, and we hope you do. We laid out quite a bit for you that you can start applying this today. But let's be real. You tell people all the time to join a small group, to not do life alone, to build community. But that's almost impossible for you, isn't it? Because if your people knew your real struggle in your marriage, in your life, behind closed doors, would they judge you? Would they leave your church? Would they lose trust in you?
That's why we want to be in your circle. Someone outside the building who understands your world and will walk you through it.
Yeah, and you can keep trying to juggle it all on your own. But let me show you something. Imagine you're juggling balls right now. Some are rubber and some are glass. If you drop the rubber balls, they're going to bounce back. You know that. A missed meeting, it's going to bounce back, right? A late email, it's going to bounce back. A B-rated sermon, it's going to bounce back. A staff conflict, it's going to bounce back. But other balls that you juggle are glass. Your marriage, your kids, your soul, your walk with God. If you drop those, they don't bounce back. They shatter. And that is what tends to happen in ministry. We spend all of our energy protecting the rubber balls, the emails, the meetings, the sermons, while the glass ones get neglected until one day we look down and realize something sacred has cracked. But it does not have to get that far. You don't have to wait for a breaking point to make a change. That's why we invite you to a marriage roadmap call with us, a space for you to step back and take inventory. Ecclesiastes 4:9-10 says, 2 are better than 1. We all know this. We all said it at a wedding, right? You've read this at a wedding. Are we believing this though? 2 are better than 1. If either one of them falls down, one can help the other up. We want to help you up. Proverbs 27:17, iron sharpens iron and one man sharpens another. And maybe you've already booked a marriage roadmap call with us. Maybe you haven't.
If you haven't, I want you to click the link below and book it now. It's free, it's private, and it's your first step to a real clarity and connection.
Yeah. If you have booked your call, we want you to get ready because we're not just showing up with encouragement, which every pastor needs encouragement. We want to encourage you, but we're bringing a framework that will walk you and your spouse through a journey.
And at this point, you've heard our story. You've felt the weight and you've seen what is possible. Now you've got 2 choices.
Yeah. So plan A is you try to figure it out on your own. And a lot of times, us as pastors, we try to do that. But don't be a lone ranger. Don't just watch more videos. Pray harder. That's important. You can totally fast more. You can read more books. But let's be honest, if that was working, you probably wouldn't still be watching this video. And here's the thing. Is it possible that as you've been praying, this is the very answer to those prayers?
Or plan B, you do it with us, with coaching, with accountability, and a proven process. We've already built out everything that you need to get clarity, peace, and connection.
Yeah. See, you're not just buying another course. You're investing in peace in your home. You're investing in your church. You're investing in the long run to finish strong in marriage and in ministry. You're investing in a friendship that makes you laugh again. You're investing in a sex life that reconnects you, a spiritual rhythm that anchors you, a marriage that your kids will look at one day and say, that's what I want.
You'll get a personalized roadmap. It's not just cookie cutter. It's designed for you and your spouse because your dream is totally different than anybody else's. You're also going to get access to the full Blueprints of Marriage course that we didn't even have time to hit on today. Our Blueprints of Marriage workbook to help you design a vision and a legacy. Group coaching calls with other pastors. You are not alone in this, no matter how much the devil might tell you otherwise. And a one-on-one coaching with us for those deep, intimate conversations that you're going to need help navigating through.
And as a bonus, I'm excited about this. When you join, you're also going to get access to the marriage cruise. We do this every year. It's a retreat style getaway designed to refresh you, pastor. Yes, to refresh you and your boo, to get connected again with no distractions, no kids, to bring breakthrough in a whole new environment. This is the marriage getaway that you have been wanting to get away to, but you haven't had time. It's during the week, so you won't even miss a Sunday service, but I do suggest you have somebody else preach that Sunday.
We've seen couples come back from the cruise with more clarity, intimacy, and joy that they have not felt in years. It's a $1,200 value. It's our gift to you as a pastor. You deserve to be spoiled and taken care of. You're always taking care of others, so let us take care of you.
Okay, so we want you to think about this. In business, you hire a coach. In fitness, you hire a coach. In finance, you get a coach. But marriage, the thing that shapes your home, your kids, your legacy, most people are still trying to figure it out on their own.
But that ends today. Book your free marriage roadmap call with us. Let's build something beautiful together. Listen, there is no pressure, just partnership and a roadmap, even if you choose not to continue. Click the link below, pick a time, and let's get started.
We'll see you there, Pastor.